Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Euivin Park, the CTO of LINE. Thank you very much for attending LINE Developer Day. Our theme for this year's LINE Developer Day is Next Line. In this keynote speech, I will talk about what we consider to be our values and the technology that we are challenging ourselves to achieve in order to become the next line that we envision. I will start by talking about our first value, connect. As you know, LINE has been connecting people and their relationships through a messaging service. And we have also been taking many services, content, and information on specialists, celebrities, singers, etc. online, and we are connecting them and providing them to users at the appropriate timing. Also in the offline world, we are integrating various technologies such as voice UI and interfaces to speakers, cars, etc. to enrich our users' lives. In order to reinforce the connection, we need technologies, which is discover and natural user experience. And to achieve this, we are refining search, recommendation, personalization. And other than providing a simple search interface, we are using technologies such as voice recognition and interaction to build a convenient interface. AI is present in many areas of development. We are also focusing on mutually beneficial ecosystem as another value to become the next line. Until now, as you can see, we have opened up many core APIs of LINE. Many developers can connect with LINE and its users through these open API to build their services. Users can also easily and conveniently use these third-party services through this interface. Such an ecosystem is already available to the public. Among these open APIs, we have opened up LIF and the Clova Extensions Kit. I would like to show you a few case studies using these two. LIF is a web application framework that launched this June. Using the LIF, a variety of interfaces can be built, customized to various services in a chat screen. This is already being used to provide a rich interface in the chat app, and games using web technology are already playable in LINE's app using LIF. Many developers are already building a variety of services using LIF. As you may know, we had the LINE Boot Award this year. We saw many submissions of programs that combined LIF and chatbot in Clova. Since the Clova Extensions Kit became public in July, developers have been able to build voice UI services as well. In the Clova Skills Store, many services are available, including games and sounds. We are also seeing a lot of practical services, such as the Japan Taxi skill. For instance, all users need to say is, Clova, open the Japan Taxi service to hail a taxi. In these ways, there are many ways in which users' lifestyles can be enriched through smart speakers. I hope you'll join me in discovering such services. As a service developer, I'm sure you can relate to me when I say that in order to improve your services, it's very important to think about how to build your ecosystem with your users and how to return some of the values of the services to users. But this ecosystem is quite difficult to build, and it requires a high cost. Therefore, we have given thought to building an ecosystem that is beneficial for developers, users, and LINE. That brings me to my next topic, LINE Link Chain, which is a token economy platform. The base technology of link chain is blockchain. Link chain is a blockchain that enables large-scale consumer services to be readily available. It provides high performance for large-scale services as a service-oriented blockchain and provides an interface and development environment that is convenient. This has already been used to build many services already using link chain to build services in the LINE token economy ecosystem. And many partners are also interested in this ecosystem and asking for the API to be opened up. That was the presentation on our focuses. I would like to call upon our experts to explain more about these topics. First, Ikebe will talk about AI. Thank you, Ikebe-san.
Good morning, everyone. I am Tomohiro Ikebe, the Senior Executive Officer in charge of the Service Development. I'm very happy to see everyone here. So in my part, I will explain what LINE endeavors in the area of AI, which is a very focused area. Of course, LINE has many initiatives going on in this area, and I'd like to share with you what we are endeavoring. So products that use AI is, we've already announced in the last year's LINE Developers Day, is Clova, is a cloud-based assistant product. So Clova is the product name of our AI. As most of you probably already know, so as AI speakers, we have 3 models called Wave, Friends, which became a little bit cute and more compact. And then even making that even more compact is Friends Mini. So these are the 3 products that we offer in the market. So we feel immense possibility in voice interface. Because there may be young children who hasn't learned how to read and write yet, or users who find touch interface to be difficult for various reasons. We are able to offer our LINE sales service to all of these users. And this is why we believe that voice UI has immense possibility and is an essential technical area that we must invest in. So the key components of voice assistant comprise of 3 areas. It's voice recognition technology, which recognizes human voice to change it into text. And also natural language understanding, which understands the user's intent of what was spoken into the speaker. What domain response is the human expecting? This is NLU technology. And the third technology is speech synthesis. Changing text, rendering text into natural speech. These are the basic technology for voice assistant, which we are also developing, but we also combine it with massive service-side technology that we have cultured by operating LINE Messenger's app. And we combine these to create our cloud-based AI service. So this is a cloud-based service. So not only can we apply it to speakers, because everything is on the speaker, as on the server. Aside from smart speaker, it could be applied in many different areas. We've already announced our partnership with Toyota, bringing Clova into automobiles. Because when you're driving, we cannot use our smartphone as we are driving. And voice UI would be an optimal interface in the car. So we have our own internally developed AI technology, but each engine we are planning to disclose and open as an API so that all the external engineers have an opportunity to develop using our APIs. So we start with smart speaker, but aside from smart speaker, many services and apps from LINE also leverage on the AI technology. For instance, LINE News. So LINE News delivers news in message format, or it's also available as one of the tab in the LINE main menu. So we are also driving personalization technology to deliver targeted news to relative users. In terms of personalization, we not only recommend the articles, but we also have smart channels. This is a banner that you see on the top of the chat header of the chat screen. And also it can be utilized for various ad deliveries, delivering appropriate information to targeted users. To expand the search experience is another area that we are investing in. So we have Line Shopping is another service on our Line platform. We have a Smart Lens feature, which recognizes images and to find. So for instance, here, a user wants this yellow shirt. Instead of typing in yellow shirt, you can have a Smart Lens recognize this image, and it will find relative products within the search. So voice and text-related technology is used in Clova, but also LINE is investing in R&D for computer vision area in the computer vision area. One example of computer vision, we also utilize video. This is a new feature that recently came out. It can be used the LINE video call. It's called a character effect feature where the software recognizes your face and expressions, and you can talk as if with the mask of this character. So this is what the demo looks like. So this user is being Coney. When you wink or when you blink your eyes, Coney will do the same. On the other side, Coney, the speaker is also blinking their eyes, winking. The software reads your expression and reflects it to the character. So this funness is also a characteristic of LINE. And we try to expand the funness in our platform, leveraging the AI technology. So I've introduced several services that leverage AI technology. Clova AI speaker, but AI is also used in a variety of LINE services. And by having many users utilizing these services, that allows us to acquire user data, which will raise the precision of our AI tech engine in a short span of time. So due to time limitations, I cannot introduce everything what we do. But some of our sessions also touch on AI technology. But Line Group as a whole, we are driving R&D and also deploying AI technology into our products. So I briefly mentioned this in the beginning. Going forward, so we don't want to use AI technology only for our in-house services. We want to open our AI technology to you, the engineers. And by doing so, we can expand our ecosystem. So we will have products lining up, coming up in the next few years and months. But I would like to introduce two features that we are about to launch. First is the chatbot engine, which uses the NLU technology also used in Clova. And the other one is OCR that uses AI technology to recognize image and text. So I'm sure most of you already use Line messaging API to develop chatbot, as we saw in Lightboot Award. However, currently, we only provide the basic chat and communication features. And it's up to the developer side to come up with ways to interpret the text, to understand the intent or the meaning of the text. However, going forward, we hope to provide the NLU part, understanding the intent of the text technology together with Line, and offer you as an open API. Also, because we need some kind of an interface, which we can use text, but also we plan to integrate voice interface into this API. So the other feature, OCR, we pride ourselves in the extremely high precision of recognizing Japanese text. So this is actually implemented in the Line app, the desktop version of Line app. So we didn't make a big grand announcement of this, so maybe some of you don't know that this feature was added. So this is how it looks like. So you can select a screenshot of a text, which is an image. It recognizes where the texts are, and then you can cut and paste, copy, cut and paste the text that the software recognized. So we also sometimes take screenshots of our memo or something that we find interesting that includes text, and we put them on their SNS. But if you will to just view that, it's fine. But if you want to cut and paste and use it as a text, it hasn't been possible. However, using OCR, this makes it possible, on top of also translating into multiple languages. This is also already available on the Line app, the desktop version of Line app. And this will also be available as API. So we are actively investing in the areas of AI in order to increase our service quality and user experience. So there's many things that I haven't been able to introduce due to time limitations. But we also have a website dedicated to AI-related technology. It not only introduces AI technology, but it also provides demos. For instance, the OCR technology. So when you have a time, please check this out. So in this hall, my session, the next session is about Clova AI. So if you want more in detail about our AI technology, the future roadmap for what kind of features will be available in the future, please remain in Hall A for the next session, and we will deep dive into the AI technology. Okay. Thank you very much. So next, Toshimasa Nasu will speak on blockchain. Please welcome Toshimasa Nasu. I am Toshimasa Nasu from Blockchain Lab. So in my part, I will introduce LinkChain, which is Line's blockchain technology that we have independently developed. So most internet services where users receive some kind of reward generally looks like this. For instance, when you use services from the user side, there are many fine prints such as user agreements that we need to really take a deep look at to understand and read. Or when you want to receive cash from the service, there are many paper documents that we need to submit. And from the service side as well, when you want to give cash and points to the users, it becomes a very, very complicated system. And it's very difficult for the service side to actually realize this kind of system. So what if the company can grant points to users, and users can use these points anytime they want or consume them in websites? It will make our lives a lot simpler. So LinkChain realizes this. So we use blockchain technology to issue and grant points between company and users to ensure transparency and security. This is the main reason why we implemented blockchain technology. So this year, there were major hacking incidents in 2 exchanges this year. But all transaction histories are managed on the blockchain because blockchain is transparent. The user address of the hacker is already identified, and everybody is monitoring the hacker. So why should Line put his hands in blockchain? It is because we want to offer this as a platform so that the users and companies who already are on the Line platform can benefit. So the apps and services developed using the blockchain technology are called dApps. For instance, look into the ad business model. It's like a black box. Is users actually being rewarded for their contribution? So from the user side, it will be very clear how much the company issued, what point company issued, and where it went to. The transparency and security is ensured. From the company's point of view, when you try to reward users with cash, there are many fees involved. You need to hire people to issue invoice and make payments, and there's so much task involved. But LinkChain, the point that the company wants to issue is issued immediately on the system, cutting the red tape. So creating this system from scratch is extremely challenging. But if you use LinkChain, you can use this right away. And by implementing LinkChain, dApps providers can expect users to be extremely active on their apps and services, which in turn will raise the quality of the service and create this positive cycle. So as we said in the beginning, we are aiming to build an ecosystem where dApps, the user, and Line as a platform join hands and can grow together. So technical details on LinkChain I will have a session on details of link chain at 4:40 p.m. in this hall. So I hope you all come to my session. And this is an important thing, so I'll mention it one more time. Don't go anywhere else. At 4:40 p.m., you can always stay at Hall A if you want to. Please come to my session. So not only we offer a platform, link chain, we've also developed 3 dApps and released it on an experimental basis. And we are in the process of developing 3 additional dApps. So just to give you a brief introduction, there's an app called Forecast. It's a what-if community that everyone can join. What we do is we predict the outcome of a recent future. The person with the closest outcome receives the most points. It's like a game, but it's linked to reality, but it's quite interesting, so please give it a try. So Wizball, so it's a QA information sharing, and I also receive questions as well. Please come to my session and put your questions up here. So you all have friends with a LINE Developers Day LINE account. On the chat menu, type in Wizball or Forecast, and it will automatically send you a link to these 2 dApps. So LINE has various service planning and operation experience where we can also set out what kind of dApps will be accepted by users. So we will enhance scalability in December. And spring 2019, we will open our link chain to our partner companies. In summer 2019, we will open link chain to general developers, where everyone can develop dApps on a link chain. I hope you stay tuned and feel excited as we are. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nasu-san. So we've briefly explained about AI and blockchain. So these 2 are independently extremely important technology, but we're also striving to generate synergy between these 2 areas. So going to the next topic. Not only are we a platform, but we also develop services that run on our platform. So it spans from contents, commerce, and entertainment. But this year's focus is FinTech. So why FinTech? I would like to bring in Hidekazu Ikeda to explain.
The country is still very cash heavy. When you look at other countries, you may notice that credit cards, barcode payments, and other cashless payment options are the norm. By the way, are you using your smartphone every day? I'm sure you are. I'm sure a lot of you are also using LINE. As anyone with a smartphone in Japan usually is using LINE. So LINE is a service that everyone uses every day. So it was quite logical for us to implement a payment system on a service that is being used daily. Please let me explain more about our initiatives. Some of you may already be LINE Pay users. LINE Pay is a mobile remittance and payment service. 5 years ago in spring, there were about 10 members who had started investigations, planning, and development of a mobile payment service. Then, in December 2014, LINE Pay was launched globally. Let me talk to you more about LINE Pay. There was something that happened last month that I'd like to share with you. I was in a lot of meetings and was very busy related to FinTech, and I was in a very important meeting. And my daughter had sent me a LINE call, and she rarely calls me during the week, so I was surprised. I thought maybe something happened to her, maybe she was in an accident, and I was alarmed. And it was an important meeting, but I slipped out to take her call. But to my surprise, she was simply in a lineup at a clothing store. I asked her what happened, and she said, "I'm about to buy an outfit. So can you send me 5,000 yen right away on LINE Pay?" And I thought, wow, she is so laid back, whereas I'm in a busy meeting and she's asking me for an allowance. And she hung up on me after saying, "Can you send me the money right away? Thanks, Dad." I thought, geez, teenagers. But I was more relieved that nothing bad had happened to her. So I went back to my meeting, took my phone, launched LINE Pay, tapped on my daughter's icon, entered 5,000 yen, used my fingerprint recognition to finalize the transaction, and within 10 to 15 seconds, I had sent her the money. It may have been bad manners to be on my phone during a meeting, but that was just an example of how easy it is to send money between users. Within seconds, my daughter had sent me a message saying, "Thanks, Dad." This experience really made me realize that we are entering a cashless world. So, I think a lot of you will be experiencing more and more of these experiences where money is becoming digital. Let me go back to the main topic. LINE Pay is now focusing on making QR code payments more and more popular. Here is how we are doing it. You have a device in a shop, and you simply scan a QR code or barcode that is displayed, or the shop can scan the QR code or barcode on your phone. The process is very simple. In Taiwan, NFC payment is available. In Japan, we will be connecting with Quick Pay before the end of the year to support NFC payments. Further, users can make payments using beacons. You may have heard of Tappiness, the vending machine provided by Kirin. These Tappiness vending machines are very simple. You can hold your phone against the vending machine, choose a drink, and pay for your drink through LINE Pay. This is a never-before-seen payment process for beverage vending machines. So please have a try if you haven't tried it yet. In Japan, we have, I believe, 25,000 vending machines available across Japan. So there should be at least one or two Tappiness vending machines in your local town. Please have a try. Next is QR code payments. In order to accelerate the locations where QR code payments is available, we are now dispatching this device. This is simply composed of a battery, Wi-Fi, and 3G, and allows QR code payments. This does not require any updates to POS in stores. This device is already installed in our cafe in our Shinjuku office. Next, please let me talk to you a bit about case studies overseas. First of all, in Thailand, you may know the SkyTrain, which is a public transportation system. In Thailand, you can use a card, a transportation card, much like Suica or Pasmo in Japan. And people in Thailand can use the equivalent Rabbit card to take the SkyTrain. And in October this year, Line Pay and Rabbit card had linked, so that users no longer need to top up their transportation card using cash. They can do it using Line Pay. I went to Thailand in May and I tried using this service. I noticed that there were no longer long lineups in order to top up your transportation card using cash. And I've received feedback from locals saying that linking Line Pay and Rabbit Card has brought about great benefits. Next is in Taiwan. First of all, in Japan, you may know that our Line Pay card is affiliated with JCB. In Taiwan, Line Pay card is linked with CTBC, one of the most popular banks in Taiwan. This card is useful if you want to make a purchase at a shop that does not support digital payments. And depending on how much you purchase, you can receive line points as a benefit. And those points can be used to make further purchases or can be used to buy, let's say, line stickers. As I have been explaining, Line Pay has spent the past 5 years to enrich its features and functionalities. Thanks to all of the users, we now have 40 million users of Line Pay. And this May, we have recorded 125 billion yen in transaction volume, and the total continues to grow. Let me mention one more thing about Line Pay. As you can see on the screen, on an iOS device, the button is at the bottom right. For an Android device, it's at the top right. The icon has changed. You may have noticed this. This was a major update that was executed this March. Who has noticed the change? I guess you're all very shy. I don't see many hands raised. I will continue my presentation based on the premise that everyone knows about the Wallet tab. When you launch Line, you can see the icon at the bottom or the top, and tapping on Line Wallet gives you quick access to Line Pay. Starting in the fall, the feature will also be available has also been available in Thailand and Taiwan. In Line Wallet, you can also access points, coupons, and so on. For instance, you may have reward cards or cutout coupons from stores, and I think that is taking up a lot of space in your wallets. I wonder if some of you can relate to me when I say that I have lost many coupons and reward cards in my wallet. Digitalizing them is the solution. Please imagine, let's say you find a crush and you were able to ask her out on a date. You take her out to a nice restaurant. If you pull out a cutout coupon from your pocket, that might ruin the mood, and she may think you're trying to be stingy. That's where Line Pay comes to your rescue. All you need to do is pull out your smartphone, pay for your dinner with Line Pay, and even slip in a coupon. That makes you a savvy date and also save some money. Please let me continue and talk about some of our FinTech services. I'll start with BITBOX. BITBOX allows users to exchange virtual currency or digital tokens. And this was launched in July as a global exchange. It handles 30 kinds of virtual currencies and is available in multiple languages. It is available through a PC web, mobile web, and an Android app. Next, in October, we launched Line Insurance. As the name goes, Line Insurance enables users to purchase insurance easily through Line. Insurance may sound very serious and complicated, but that is not the case. Line Insurance allows you to buy simple insurance such as bicycle insurance, travel insurance, and so on, or even a drinking party insurance, which is maybe unusual. When you go on a trip, especially overseas, I think a lot of you would buy short-term travel insurance. 2 years ago, I also went on a trip with my family and I wanted to buy insurance, but I had left it to the last minute and we were already at the airport when I realized I need to buy insurance. I was on my smartphone the entire time, frantically looking for an insurance company that lets me buy insurance at the last second. I was able to buy insurance, fortunately, but it was just before we were boarding the plane. So it was very hectic. It was also very difficult to enter all of the information on my smartphone. And there's a feature that mitigates some of this stress. Line has a feature called Profile Plus, you may know this. It is a service that allows you to enter your name, address, phone number, etc. And it is all saved in Profile Plus so that if you ever need to fill out a form with your details, you can simply access Profile Plus to enter the details in the form automatically. Let me talk to you more about Line Insurance. To commemorate the release, there are 3 types of insurance plans that we are offering for free. They are smartphone insurance, bicycle insurance, and year-end insurance. Please try launching Line Wallet on your phone and check out Line Insurance. Line Insurance will continue to enrich its variety of insurance plans with original insurances and plans other than non-life insurance. Also in October, we released Line Smart Invest. Some of you may already be investors in this venue. Investing may sound intimidating, but Line Smart Invest is perfect for beginners because we have experts that have already come up with different theme-based investments. There are around 70 of them, so that all users need to do is choose a theme that relates to them, that they are interested in, to start investing. To give you an example, one category that is available is technology. If you're a developer, I'm sure you're interested. Some of the themes included are VR, drones. If you're interested in food, there are themes such as sushi, desserts, and you can start investing in that theme. Going forward, the service will become even more convenient. Users simply need to answer several questions in order to determine their best asset operation management plan. We have a robot advisor linking with Line Pay and other plans in stock. Here is a personal account management service, Line Kakeibo, that was released just last week. I'm sure you all have a bank account and you're using other financial services. And you are also using credit cards, maybe Line Pay, Line Points. All of these are connected to Line Kakeibo so that you can refer to them in a one-stop service. When you make payments with cash, if you scan the receipt, you can book all of the details in your account book. In order to visualizing your income and expense is very important. And we hope that Line Kakeibo will be a good opportunity for you to manage your cash flow. I was also using a similar asset management app, but normally it is a paid service that costs several hundred yen a month, but Line Kakeibo is free of charge. Please have a try. LINE Kakeibo will continue to improve, for instance, give users advice on their cash flow based on their expense patterns. Next, I will talk about the future of LINE Pay. I call it LINE Pay for ID. This is currently under development. Simply put, you can use LINE Pay from other EC sites. Here is a video that will explain more. Please have a look. All right, I hope you're able to catch that. You just saw a user selecting LINE Pay for ID from a third-party e-commerce website, and the user was able to make a purchase. And Profile Plus was used to automatically fill out the user's details, and the user used their fingerprint to finalize the payment. Based on users' consent, all of this information is provided to an external EC site for convenience. In this way, LINE Pay will continue to expand its services to offline and online stores. Last but not least, I will talk about security. Not only for FinTech services, but security is something we consider very important. When you use various services, I think it's quite common for you to enter a password. Some passwords may be short or simple, and these are vulnerable because there are more and more sophisticated technologies that break passwords. We are developing more and more sophisticated technologies at LINE to improve the security of passwords, such as face recognition, iris, bioinformation such as fingerprints, and so on. We are planning to implement such authentication mechanisms to LINE. We are also a board member of FIDO Alliance to promote technical specifications and other standardizations. Finally, LINE has reached an MAU of 165 million users in our key countries, and we are continuing to link various services to our messaging app to improve our service. Based on our corporate mission of closing the distance, we want to close the distance between users and financial services. We are imagining a world in which users simply need their smartphone to purchase in offline stores, online stores, build their wealth, and communicate with their friends, families, to build their wealth together. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you. So far, we have been explaining our thoughts and technologies and services to become the next LINE. Today, we have many presentations that we have prepared based on engineering-based technology and our challenges. I hope you will become a bigger fan of LINE Corporation at the end of the day. I wish you a very enjoyable day. Thank you very much.